Good morning everyone. I am Professor Tige. I will teach you a subject Theory of Machine Second for this semester. Let us take a review of this subject. This is the marking scheme of our subject. It carries total 150 marks and out of that the 30 marks in semi is there, 70 marks end semi is there, 25 marks term work and the 25 marks oral is there. And the theory carries the 3 credit points and the term work and oral carries the 1 credit point. Following are the course outcomes after studying this particular subject. The first course outcome is student will able to understand the fundamentals of gear theory which will be required for the gearbox design. It is get covered in the unit number first, second and third. Then second course outcome is student will able to perform the force analysis of spur, helical, bevel and worm gear. It is get covered in your unit number first and second. It is also required for the gearbox design. Then third course outcome, a student will able to analyze the speed and torque analysis in a epicyclic gear train, which is also required for the gearbox design. It is get covered in unit number 3. This the fourth one is student will able to design the cam profile for a given follower motion and understand the cam jump phenomenon. Also, it will understand the advanced cam curves. It is get covered in unit number 4. The fifth course objective is student will synthesize the 4-bar mechanism with analytical and graphical method. Now this is get covered in your unit number 5. The sixth course outcome will have the two parts. The first part is the student will able to analyze the gyroscopic effect on a stabilization of ship, aeroplane and the four-wheeler. The second part is student will choose the appropriate drive for a given application like step and the stepless drive. Let us discuss the syllabus of this particular subject. The first unit is a spur gear. So what are the contents of this particular spur gear? The first part is the classification of gear. In the classification, we need to classify it is according to the different conditions. The second part is the core part of a spur gear. It contains definition and its terminology. Then fundamental law of tooth gearing. Then there are two types of gear tooth profiles, involute and cycloidal profile. We have to compare these two types of profiles and by appropriate procedures we can select the appropriate profile for different applications. Then next part is the path of contact, arc of contact, conjugate action and the contact ratio. Now these four terms are interrelated terms. One term is depends on another term, so this is the significance of that particular gear pair. Then the next concept is the interference. Interference and undercutting are interrelated concepts, and how to avoid this interference, that methods we have to study under this particular unit. The one of the method in this particular avoiding of interference is the minimum number of teeth to be obtained on a gear and pinion to avoid the interference. Then last part is force analysis and the friction in the gears. Second unit is helical gear, bevel gear, worm and worm wheel, and it should be get covered in the 6 hours as per the university syllabus. But it is not possible to cover in the 6 hours. It will take more than that. Let us see what are the contents of unit second. The first part is helical and spiral gears. If shafts are parallel to each other, then the gears are called as the helical gears. And if there is an angle between the two shafts, then that gears are called as the spiral gears. So what are the contents of it? The helical and spiral gears terminology, then its geometrical relationships, tooth forces, then torque transmitted and the efficiency of a helical and spiral gear, then virtual number of teeth, of a helical gear. Now this part should be get covered in the first part. Then second part is of helical gear. Second part is bevel gear and worm and wormhole. So what are the contents of it? First part is bevel gear. In that terminology, its geometrical relationship, tooth forces, and the torque transmitted. Similarly, for the worm and wormhole is a special case of spiral gear where the shafts are perpendicular to each other. Then, what are the contents of the worm and wormhole? It should be its terminology, geometrical relationship, tooth forces, and the torque transmitted by it. The bevel gear, there is no numerical on it. On a helical gear, spiral gear, then worm and wormhole, there will be a numericals, but on a bevel gear, there is only the theoretical treatment. Now, let us discuss the unit number 3, that is a gear train, which is get covered in the 6 hours as per the university syllabus. Now, what are the contents of it? The first one is types of gear trains. Basically, there are 4 types of gear trains: simple gear train, compound gear train, reverted gear train, and the epicyclic gear train. Out of that, the epicyclic gear train will give the higher reduction ratio as compared to others, and according to the applications, we can choose the appropriate type of epicyclic gear train for a given application. Okay, now we have to do the analysis of a epicyclic gear train. For that, two methods are there. First one is the analytical method, and second is the tabular method. Tabular method is more popular as compared to the analytical method, so it is simple and more accurate method. Also, we have to do the torque analysis of a simple gear train, compound gear train, and epicyclic gear train. Also, we have to do the analysis of sun and planetary gear train, compound epicyclic gear train, and the bevel epicyclic gear train. Now, these sun and planetary gear train, compound epicyclic gear train, and the bevel epicyclic gear train, these are the different types of epicyclic gear trains that needs to be choose according to the appropriate application. Unit number 4 is cam and follower, which will get covered in the 8 hours as per the university syllabus. Now, what are the contents of unit number 4? The first one is types of cam and followers. The types of cam and follower will depends on a shape and the motion. Now, the analysis of a standard motion to the followers are there. It is get covered under this unit. Basically, there are 4 types of motions of a follower. The first is uniform velocity, then second is simple harmonic motion, third is uniform acceleration and retardation, and the fourth is cycloidal motion. According to the different follower motions, we have to draw the cam profile which will be required for the given application. Now, the next part is methods to control the pressure angle and the radius of curvature, and which will be responsible for the undercutting. One more concept is there, cam jump phenomenon, which will be in concern with the eccentric cam. So we have to study the cam jump phenomenon in the current unit. One more part is there, and that is the advanced cam curves. In the advanced cam curves, there are number of advanced cam curves is there, but up to 3 4 5 polynomial cam it is get covered, and up to that only the advanced cam curve is covered under this unit. Let us discuss the unit number 5, synthesis of mechanism, which will be get covered in the 6 hours as per the university syllabus. Now, what are the contents of this synthesis of mechanism? The first part is what are the steps in the synthesis of mechanism. The first one is type synthesis. In that, we need to decide the type of mechanism. Then, second is number synthesis. In the number synthesis, we have to decide the number of links. And the third part is dimensional synthesis. In the dimensional synthesis, we are going to find out the dimensions of a selected mechanism. Now, dimensional synthesis can be covered by using the two methods. The first one is the analytical method and second is the graphical method. So, dimensional synthesis is the main part of this particular unit. Now, the different concepts are there, that is precision positions. There are two precision positions, three precision positions, then Chebyshev spacing, mechanical and structural error. In the graphical method, there are two position synthesis and the three position synthesis is there. Out of that, the three position synthesis of a 4-bar chain mechanism by using the front times equation, it is get included in this particular unit. The second method is the analytical synthesis using the kinematic coefficient in the 4-bar mechanism. So basically, we have to find out the dimensions by using the analytical method and the graphical method. Now, the last unit is stepless regulation and gyroscope. It is of two parts. Stepless regulation is the first part and the gyroscope is the second part. According to the university syllabus, it will require the 6 hours, but as it has the two parts, so it is not possible to cover it within the 6 hours. The first part is the stepless regulation. So what are the contents of this stepless regulation? Continuous variable transmission, its geometry, velocity and torque analysis of a faceplate variator, conical variator, spheroidal variator and cone variator, and the variators with axially displaceable cones and the PIV diodes. Basically, we have to transmit the power and motion without any steps. Means there is an infinite number of speed steps are there in the stepless regulation. Whereas in other power transmission devices like gearbox, then belt drive and chain drive, there is a definite steps are there. So because of that, that is called as a step regulation and this is called as a stepless regulation. The second part of the sixth unit is gyroscope. Gyroscope is a effect that is to be studied on a ships and aeroplanes, and also we can study in a four-wheeler and two-wheeler. So what is the gyroscope? Gyroscope is a stabilization device which is help to the pilot of a ship and aeroplane for the controlling of the ship and aeroplane. The gyro compass shows the rate of precession which will indicate the stability of a aeroplane and which will be helpful for the pilot. Now let us go through the term work. It has the two parts, part A and B. Part A is the compulsory experiments and part B is any two from the following list. In the part A, the first experiment is to study the manufacturing of gear using the gear generation with rack as a cutter and to generate the involute gear tooth profile. To perform this experiment, we required the trace paper and we have to generate the involute profile on a trace paper by using the model. The second experiment is kinematic analysis of a synchromesh gearbox, machine tool gearbox and differential gearbox. Now this is a self-study experiment, so you people have to prepare slides and give the presentation on this particular uh, gearboxes. The third experiment is speed and torque analysis of a epicyclic gear train to determine the holding torque. So we have to perform this experiment on a gear test rig. The fourth experiment is to draw the cam profile and study the variation in pressure angle with respect to change in base circle diameter and draw the pitch circle in both the cases. We have to draw this particular cam profile on a half empirical size sheet. The fifth experiment is to synthesize the 4-bar and slider crank mechanism using the relative pole and inversion method with 3 accuracy points. Now this is by graphical method, and we have to draw the mechanisms on a half empirical size sheet. The sixth experiment is to determine the effect of active gyroscopic couple on a spinning disk and verify the gyroscopic effect. The seventh experiment is to study the CVT and IVT. So CVT is the continuous variable transmission and IVT is the infinite variable transmission. The second part of the term work is the optional one, in that any two from the following list we have to perform that experiments. The first one is to draw the conjugate profile for any general type of gear tooth. We have to draw this conjugate profile on a half empirical size drawing sheet. Then second is to verify the cam jump phenomenon for an eccentric cam. Most probably we are going to cover these two experiments, and again in addition to that, the fifth experiment, that is industrial visit to understand the machines and mechanisms, that also we will try to cover. Now these are the list of textbook and reference books. Try to download the soft copy of these books so that you can study easily. Thank you very much for your valuable time. Now, for any query, you can text me personally or in the group.